Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are currently in need of some repairs. Of course, our financial report is... Oh, hello microphone. Okay, apparently it wanted to make a few complaining noises as I was changing its position a little bit, but we need to do a little bit of repairs here, and we have a lot of fatigued and some injured pilots. So let's go ahead and proceed for right now. Our financial report will happen immediately. There's not a ton we can do about that.
Financial report for you, Commander.
Fantastic. We are, I believe, going to remain on generous. We could use the morale effect and the +1 tech, but I'm not quite ready to go on to extravagant yet, although we're doing pretty well financially at this point. So the stealth and the panther are now good to go. The Hunchy is about 4 days away currently. Okay. So there's the Hunchy ready to go, and we have pilots ready to go as well, so we should probably get going as soon as we possibly can. So let's head in here and see what we've got available. There's a capture base here. This is an escort. That's a desert battle? It's 2 skulls, which is slightly spooky, but there's some real nice pay here. And we can probably get some great salvage. Worst case scenario, this would be like some of our, before we changed the difficulty contracts, right? So we would bump this up to be about here. We'd make 452k. We'd get some decent salvage. I think this should be okay. So let's see how this goes. We are going to be running... Oh, the Hunchy actually still needs a little work. In what way? What does the Hunchy need? Probably just a, a heatsink was crit. Okay. I did not realize that. We do have plenty of heatsinks, but that is going to take a day to install. So I guess we'll have to take forward 1 day here, and that will finish up our repair scaffolding. So let's hop into engineering and see what our next thing that we can grab is. We could work on the power system. That's 360k for a tech point. This is 360k for nothing. Just a prerequisite. Habitat pods, 900k but +1 morale. And more mech warriors, which we don't currently need. 450k for 2 morale and 1 tech point. So that's 30,000 per morale point. Okay. I think we'll grab improved power conduits first.
Alright, I'll get the team on it right away.
There we go. So we'll get those upgrades underway. And now that the Hunchy is repaired, we should be in a better position to do this battle in the desert. We'll see if we get any allies. Hopefully we do. Okay, we will drive the Hunchy. We'll have Plato in the Vulcan. We will have... Let's see here. This is Juggernaut. And this is Awareness. We'll have Time Lord 88 in the Stealth, although I'm going to switch the positions of the Stealth and the Panther. Actually, the Stealth and the Vulcan as well. And then we will put... It kind of doesn't matter who we put in the Panther. I think we're going to bring Warboar. Okay. That should do the trick. This is in the desert, so we're going to have some heat issues. So that's something we're going to have to keep in mind. Of course, we can't deploy another Lance yet because we don't yet have enough money for that second Leopard. Okay. So let's see what we've got. We may get ambushed immediately. What do you mean, the Atlas jumped? Last words of Lieutenant Percy Jones. Yes, indeed. So it'll be interesting to see what we've got here. At the very least. I mean, this is a 2-skull difficulty, and we have half a skull of drop weight anyway. So we need to disrupt the Kharitan reconnaissance mission. For weeks now, Kharitan forces have been scouting territory near Lyran-controlled land. Previous surveys of this land shows nothing of interest, yet there they are. Whatever it is that they found, we don't want them to have it. Go in there and destroy them. Commander, this could be a wild goose chase. Of course, if there's nothing to find, they haven't wasted the time of their own mechs.
Command interface initiated.
Commander, you've arrived in the region where the enemy was last detected. Move forward and clear them out. We shouldn't let any of them get away if we can help it. Indeed. Okay, so they are up over this way. There's a reasonable approach through here, around this flank, like that. But we may get ambushed.
Acknowledged. On my way. Locking in coordinates.
So we'll have to see. We don't want to get too far ahead with our stealth and our Vulcan here. So we're going to let the Hunchy set the pace, and we're mostly going to stick pretty close.
Moving to position. Roger.
Still no eyes.
I'll do what I can.
Okay. Well, rather, still no sensor trace. I guess that's not hugely surprising. Send the Hunchy off over this way. We'll just make for the trees.
Position confirmed. Onward.
That got us a contact. Where? Ah, up here. Okay. It's currently our turn.
I'm your spaniel.
We're going to take the Vulcan up over here and just brace.
Yes, Commander.
The stealth is going to chill in pretty much the same location.
Ready for orders.
And then the Panther and the Hunchy are going to catch up a little bit.
Yep. All right, full speed.
Okay. So we've got a proper contact. It is a mongoose up there.
Waiting for orders.
We are going to take the stealth up over
Moving
here
out.
and brace. We see a sentinel. Okay. We might have some LOSs over here. Let's take the Vulcan. If we were to jump, how far can we get? Not amazingly. I see that we could get to this area. I'd like to not get stray shot, though. I guess we'll just sprint up to here. And we'll take a couple of pot shots at the mongoose. I don't expect too much to come of this, but maybe a couple of hits.
Firing on target.
Okay, one hit.
Ready to get
We'll
it
swing
on.
the Panther out over this way. Actually, like over here to try to avoid stray shotting our Vulcan in the back. Ooh, that looks good. Yeah, that was really good. Very nice.
Yeah?
We'll sprint the Hunchy forward, but it looks like we cannot get in range over here. So that'll have to be good. Indirect firing on the Vulcan is irrelevant right now. Sentinel is moving out of LOS, and I'm okay with that.
Receiving you.
We're going to move in with the stealth over here. Although, over here, for slightly better hit odds and LOS. Okay, light up this mongoose. Okay. Shoulder destruction. The mongoose will probably get to move very shortly. Oh, there's something out there that is phase 18 moving. Okay, there's a venom. Okay, it's got a PPC. Roger that. PPC capacitor. All it's got is that PPC, looks like.
Waiting for orders.
We're going to close in with the Panther up over here. Our hit odds aren't amazing, but we'll give it a try.
Time to unload.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Negative damage.
Okay. Mongoose moves now. Backed off.
I'm receiving you.
That's fine. We will close in a little bit with the Vulcan up over here.
Got it, Commander.
And we're going to take some pot shots here with the large pulse laser and the medium pulse laser. Okay.
Lots on target.
That wasn't terrible. I mean, it was in cover, so it didn't take too much damage. More indirect missiles firing on the Vulcan. We don't really care, though.
What do you need?
So the Hunchy is going to continue to sprint forward.
Roger.
It's not going to be very useful over here. And we're going to have to not round this corner until the Hunchy is nearby. Okay. PPC missed. Does that thing have ace pilot? It does. Okay. So they're disengaging up over here. And I'm okay with this.
I'm ready.
We're going to take the Vulcan up over to here.
I'm going.
And we're going to brace.
Orders.
We're now going to take the Panther, sprinting. Can't get very far because of its heat, up over here. And it will drop heat.
Standing by.
The Stealth can come up over this way and brace. And I think there's only the 3 enemy mechs. Oh, no. There's a Dervish. Okay. It's completely fine. So we're going to bring the Hunchy up over this way. And we're just closing in. Okay, fires have started here. That Venom is looking pretty exposed there. It just blew up its PPC capacitor. And killed itself. Okay. Well, that's what you get for running a PPC capacitor, I guess. We're just going to brace here. Because we're allowing our other mechs to catch up.
I live to serve.
Our Vulcan really should get out of the
Firing jump jet.
burning area, though. Take a pot shot at this Dervish.
Acknowledged.
No joy, but that's okay. Didn't really expect much out of that.
Negative damage.
The primary purpose behind that maneuver was, of course, to get out of these flames.
Commander.
And grab some evasive pips, I suppose. We're going to sprint forward with the Panther. And we'll see what they do. We're also kind of baiting with the Vulcan. Okay, it did 6 damage.
What do you need?
Not amazingly relevant. We're going to close in with the Hunchy more. No, the Hunchy's now going to be on fire.
Good to go.
Fair enough. We can jump the Stealth out of the fire.
Up high.
Like so.
Commander.
And then we can jump the Vulcan over this way.
Up high.
Like so. That Mongoose is now closing in. Interesting.
Damage is minor, Commander.
The Sentinel is now going to melee us, but it missed. Okay.
Yep.
Now the Hunchy is in the burning forest. And I'm not sure if we were to move like this. I'm pretty sure we would get the effect, the heat effect. This is more like what I want, except I'll move over here so that we don't get heat next turn.
On it.
Plus 22 heat from fire. Yeah, that's pretty much what I expected. We're going to not fire a few of these medium lasers so that this doesn't happen. In fact, we're not going to fire any of that. And we're just going to take 4 pot shots. I don't expect much out of this. Yeah, absolutely nothing. That's okay.
Negative damage.
Standing by.
We're going to take the Panther out over this direction.
I copy.
And the Panther's primary goal is to not backstab the Hunchy. We'll see if that works. Looks like it did. We hit with a couple of missiles there.
Scored a critical hit.
The Dervish closes in. Does a little damage to the stealth.
Nothing I can't handle.
Indeed.
Commander.
So the current goal of the stealth is probably to get in behind this mongoose. We could jump to over here, or potentially to over here, although I think this is a safer location if we're trying to avoid melee hits. 4 evasive pips should be good. And we're going to hit the back of this mongoose.
Roger.
Okay. Pretty hefty damage back there.
Reporting. Critical hit.
The mongoose is going to move over to there and try to light up the Panther, and it kind of succeeded. That Sentinel has a Gauss rifle. It missed, luckily, but that could have been bad. Interesting. We're going to pull the Panther back here. Actually, I'm just checking lines of fire here. Yeah, that's the best we can do. Okay. We're going to pull the Panther back to here,
Location confirmed.
and we're just going to light up this mongoose.
Acknowledged.
Okay. Very minor damage there. That was more damage than I was hoping for with 4 evasive pips,
I copy.
but we're okay.
Standing by.
Okay, so our Vulcan can make its way up over this way, or potentially can jump. It can jump to here, and it would have a rear arc hit on the Sentinel, which I guess is what we'll do. Our hit odds aren't going to be great at this range, but
Behind you.
yeah, that was okay.
What do you need?
So the Hunchy is going to make its way over here and just do as much damage as possible to this mongoose. And we'll see how much we actually get.
Aye aye. Engaging first. Mess him up. Mess him
That was
up
enough.
good.
Okay.
Let's do this.
So the stealth is currently chuckling a little bit and saying, I'm in danger. So let's just kind of move over here and see if we can't really mess up this Sentinel in its rear arc.
Yes, I'm there.
We're in cover with 3 evasive pips, and this guy does not have much rear armor.
Firing.
And it's just dead.
Target eliminated.
That was kind of lucky, actually.
Yeah?
More than kind of lucky, that was some really lucky hits.
Confirmed.
And that was a little lucky, too. That could have not really done a lot of damage to the stealth, but enough to be vaguely concerning. Yeah, it wouldn't have broken the armor, but
Yes, Commander.
it certainly would have been concerning. We can sprint over here with the Vulcan, or we could just move. We get the same arc either way. Yeah. We'll just move to ditch the stability, and then we'll just hit this guy side arc.
See how you like this.
See if we can get his heat up there. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
So the Panther is going to jump up here. Embrace. And we'll see what this guy does.
I await your command.
We get to move the Vulcan again immediately, and we're going to move straight in behind this dervish. And we're going to light him up rear arc now. He has a very little rear armor.
Cry havoc.
Okay. Structure exposure. Right in that CT.
Yes, boss.
I want you to come down over here.
Moving to position.
Finish him off.
Firing full complement on enemy.
Okay. We crit his gyro anyway.
Inflicted some heavy damage. Good to go.
I think we're going to reserve the rest of our mechs. Fascinating.
Yep.
I'm not sure why he chose to do that. But we can get the Hunchie into position where next turn we'll be able to fire. Panther can't quite fire from here. We'll just sink heat.
Stabilizing and bracing.
The Dervish got to move again immediately. And is firing on the stealth, but it only did 10 damage. We kind of don't care.
Reporting minimal damage.
And it crit its own LRM-10.
Orders?
Okay. We can jump in behind it with the Vulcan,
Engaging jump jet.
and so we shall. Rear arc, this is going to do some real damage. There we go.
Do the math, Chief.
So that ended up being quite easy, but we also kind of got lucky. One of the mechs destroyed itself with its PPC capacitor. Another mech, we got some really lucky crits on our first backstab, and they weren't able to bring their Gauss rifle to bear. That could have been really nasty if the RNG had worked out differently. We got kind of lucky there, and I'm okay with it. That felt better, honestly. So, let's see here. There's the Dervish part, but I kind of want this Gauss rifle and heavy PPC. We're going to grab both of those. What else do we have here? Some endosteel structure. Yeah, that might not be terrible to grab. Or some Gauss ammo. Yeah, we'll grab the Gauss ammo. I don't know what we're going to mount that on. What's the tonnage on that? 15. Okay. Interesting. Well, that was definitely an interesting experiment. That felt a lot more like some of the missions that we've had previously, where those variants could have definitely done a lot of damage to us. But the Gauss rifle missed when we had one evasive pip. The heavy PPC capacitor blew itself up. And on top of that, we got that super lucky backstab on the Sentinel, so it couldn't use that Gauss rifle anymore. We got super lucky. And I'm okay with it. I'm just not going to question it any further. But that could have gone very poorly indeed. And I think it's definitely a good thing to recognize that that could have gone very poorly. So it'll take us 3 days to get our mechs repaired, looks like. Let's go ahead and tick forward for that.
Job's done, Commander.
There we go. We're good to go on that. We shouldn't have anything in the mech bay. Nope, we're good to go. Okay, well, it is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time when we are going to run another mission, and then we might start thinking pretty soon about leaving to do some priority missions and or flashpoints, although flashpoints are definitely probably still a little bit above our pay grade. See you all next time.